absolute betrayal in the White House, which now has people asking, should Donald Trump be impeached or should Marco Rubio be fired? And interestingly enough, no. And let me explain, because believe it or not, the person who's actually responsible for a majority of this is actually two people. JD Vance and Steve Witkoff. Those are the two that should be fired and impeached. Let me explain. As we're getting through the fog about where this document came from, there were only a handful of people that were really truly put together in order to get this to where it is today. You have Steve Witkoff, who was in that meeting alongside with a Russian representative. Keep in mind that twice we've seen Witkoff either get wrong information or lie to the president to get something done, which ultimately backfired. You have Jared Kushner, who is the son-in-law of the president. And then you had JD Vance, who's playing a very heavy hand in this, who's actually dictating things in the White House. According to reports, Donald Trump only found out about this deal the minute before it went public, which more than likely means that Donald Trump himself had no idea what he was signing. And who was the one explaining it to him? JD Vance and or Steve Witkoff. It wasn't until this document was leaked that we start finding out that Marco Rubio actually had no idea about this document and or what it said. And this was because there was a lack of communication inside the White House about exactly what was happening here. And it was in turn JD Vance who was then dictating over to the U.S. Secretary of the Army, Driscoll, what needs to be said, which is, Ukraine, you need to take this by Thanksgiving. If not, then all the aid is off and intelligence. Fast forward to today, and boy, it's just a cloud of like, well, it was the Russians, it wasn't the Russians. Well, the United States, that wasn't our plan, or it was our plan. We have a different plan, but let's negotiate. That's not the final plan, even though we said it was the plan. But if you string it back to how this even got to where it is JD Vance and Steve Witkoff. And so if we want to blame two people behind this, it's not Donald Trump. It's JD Vance and it's Steve Witkoff. Which, let me remind you, these two men made Donald Trump look absolutely horrible, because now he's backtracking extremely quickly because every world leader is now freaking out at Trump when Trump probably didn't even know what the heck he was signing, or he was misled. But let me know what you think about this. Do you think JD Vance should be kicked out of office? Do you think Steve Witkoff should be gone? Let me know in the comment section below.